Hello everybody, I'm here for the Human Game Channel. Welcome back to HOI4 and to Fuhrerredux today, where we are taking a trip to South Africa to see what we can get up to. So let's hop on in, shall we? Well, here we are, the Union of South Africa. We're looking pretty thick indeed, and we're just going to be getting thicker as time goes on. We are currently led by Lord Hyde, and we have 5 national spirits. We have Statute of Autonomy, Unrest in Rhodesia, Resistance to Integration, Legacy of the Boer Wars, and Anti-British Sentiment. We are of course also a colony of the United Kingdom, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to jump ship very soon into hopefully either 1938 or 1939. And here's the focus tree for today. So we've got the usual Army, Navy, Air Force, Industry, and then our elections, where I'm hoping we're going to have the PNP victory happen, and then we're going to forge our own path. I am then hoping that down the kind of Imperial Concerns part of the tree that we're going to be able to challenge London, leave the Empire, leave the Imperial Protection Alliance, and then we'll go ahead and dismantle Imperial Africa and gain independence at last. So hopefully we're going to have a pretty good old time. Well, King George V has just died. He has peacefully passed away in his sleep last night, surrounded by his family. So Prince Edward is going to be declared the new king. Okay, a new party has been formed, the United Party, who is now taking control and is becoming the ruling party. We are gaining a lot of stability from this occurring, so that's not too bad at all. Well, this is obviously going to have repercussions for our economy, the London stock market crash. And there we go, the effects of the London stock market crash have finally reached South Africa, and we are now in an economic catastrophe, which as you can see is crippling our economy. And we're now able to head down the Black Wednesday Arrives part of the focus tree. So King Edward has just appointed Patrick Duncan as the new Governor General of South Africa, and Duncan is an outspoken supporter of rule from London, which has resulted in many of our extremist parts of government being enraged by the appointment. So we'll see what effects this has on the nation now. And we have already slightly dealt with the economic catastrophe as we've replaced it with economic crash, which has slightly modified the negatives, however also added a -10 stability to them. Oh well, there has been calls for a snap election, so the campaign season is commencing, with the elections looking to take place in June of 1937. Okay, we've further dealt with the economic crisis in the nation as we've slightly modified all of the negative modifiers again, so we're getting slowly but surely closer to having dealt with it fully. ANC has announced a new coalition, so the African National Congress has announced that it is forming a coalition alongside the Labour and Dominion parties in an attempt to win the majority of seats in the House Assembly. Okay, well, we'll see how that affects things. Mass protests are occurring in Rhodesia now, so we're going to not deal with this in the most wholesome of ways, as we're just going to send in the tanks to deal with them. Further progress has been made in terms of our economic recovery. As you can see, the negative modifiers are very minor now. Another mass protest has occurred, and we are not going to be listening to them today. We're just going to ignore the protesters. Well, King Edward has just created an absolute monarchy in the United Kingdom as he has dissolved Parliament. We could go ahead and voice our concerns at this, however, I don't really care. So here we go, the long-awaited elections are occurring, and the winner is... Well, there we go, the PNP has won. I did not realise that is what their party actually was, but yay, they've taken the reins. Okay, so we have a choice here on who we're going to have as our new Prime Minister. We could have DF Malan, or we could have Tielman Roos. I'm interested in seeing Tielman Roos, because we all know who Malan is. Who is Roos? Well, for some reason Patrick Duncan's still here, so we're going to complete the PNP victory and see if that changes who's currently, obviously, in power for us. Renewed imperialism. No, let's not go for that. No, thank you. And we gain civilian factory construction speed +10 for 180 days. Well, I don't know what's going on. Patrick Duncan is still here, and we still have the exact same political cabinet, so I don't think that has worked. But the PNP's in power, so we can do the stuff I wanted to do, just not with the correct leader. Wonderful. The economic crisis has finally been resolved, and it is no longer an issue plaguing the nation. Well, we've just completed lockdown Rhodesia, which has dealt with the unrest in Rhodesia and national spirit, so we've got a lot of stability back, and in fact we're at 100% right now. Well, we've started the process of challenging London, so we're only 5 focuses away from becoming independent. I have to say, I find this a little bit silly. I've left the Imperial Protection Alliance. However, I'm still a puppet of the British. Yeah, we're going to be jumping ship very soon, though. It is happening, but it just makes zero sense that we leave the faction but don't proclaim our independence at the exact same time. Ah, wonderful. We have left the Empire. We're now the South African Republic. Wonderful. Patrick Duncan, however, is still in charge. Oh, there we go. Malan's becoming leader, though, so I guess the choice earlier was completely pointless, but independence at last is gained, and Parliamentary Republic is also gained. An empire of our own. It doesn't actually do anything except for increase world tension by 5%, which is already 100%, and some war support, which we don't need either. But hey-ho, we are announcing our claim to Africa, basically. Well, we're getting a little bit of a loss of stability here, as we have just announced that the Boer laws are being enshrined in the nation. Well, with our previous announcements in regards to the Boer laws, a protest has, well, not a protest, riots have occurred in Cape Town. Yes, let's send in the army and occupy the city. And we have created a new constitution, so I can either take 100 political power or 10 stability. I'll take the stability. Well, it's time for us to send guns to both British and French rebels. Let us do this immediately. Oh well, there's the big conflict kicking off. Germany has declared war on the Confederation of the Rhine. We do actually have a decision to join the Style Pact. I'm not going to do it just yet, but I am looking like I'm going to join the faction at some point. I do just want the British to declare war on one of those 3 nations so I can actually go ahead and take territory off of them, as well as go after the Kingdom of Portugal. Well, it's just happened. Germany declared war on Belgium, which of course has put the British at war with the Germans, so yes, let us go ahead and do our old claims. It's also quite good as I did take the time to go ahead and actually start building up some new railway lines in preparation for obviously expanding our territories. Ah, perfect, we've taken the High Commissioner lands, which was Basuto land and Swaziland. They're now ours. We'll go ahead and seize North Rhodesia now from them. And yes, our occupation of the High Commissioner territories is regarded as a massive success. And sorry, Portugal, it's just the way it's got to be, I'm afraid. And yes, the British Empire has backed down again, as we have taken North Rhodesia from them. Well, for the most part, we have dealt massive blows to the Portuguese army. In fact, they have 3 to 11 divisions left. Of course, we are going to probably be war with them for endless amount of time now, as I have no means to really get to them unless I join the Germans. Well, the moment has come for us to declare war on the British Empire. We're going on in. Let us declare war on the British Congo and let us march forward. Well, it would appear that France and Italy are losing now, so I think what we'll probably just go ahead and do is we'll just join the Style Pact. Wonderful, Germany has accepted. Together we will defeat all of our enemies. Well, Germany's joined my war against Portugal, so I will join against all of their enemies. We have some brave Australian divisions trying to retake some land over here. We will deal with them. We have helped Ethiopia maintain their independence. I am sadly probably going to invade them though. Well, holy moly, that's a stack of enemy divisions that are somehow managing to hold on. Well, the Italians are almost dead from the looks of things. The Republic of Italy has been puppeted by the Germans. So, yeah, I think the Continental Entente has almost been defeated. Oh, I completely forgot that this is the mod where even if they capitulate, the French and Italians live on in Africa. Are they just trying to mess this up now, Germany? They've just declared war on the Russians. Okay, I've decided to go after Ethiopia, and I'm just going to start justifying on the Egyptians now as I look to take them out so I can push into into Libya rather, and into Algeria and Tunisia to try and deal with the French and Italians before the Soviets actually beat the Germans. Oh. Fantastic. There we go. Sorry, Egypt. It's just, I need to go through you. I need to go through you because I need to try and do something to help Germany because they are bottling it badly. Oh my days, I think Germany's going to die. I think Germany's going to die to the Soviets. Oh, well, that's came out of left field. The British have declared war on the French. That's somewhat advantageous to us. Oh, Egypt's gone. Fantastic. Give me all that territory. Yeah, Germany is definitely dead. They're so dead. Okay, I'm the leader of the Stahl Pact now. Nice, and it's just me and my African territories. Why are all them against each other? When did that happen? Do you know what? I don't really care. We're doing what we need to do right now. That's all that matters. Well, at least with the Soviets of war, I can rely on them to mop up the French and Italian forces in Europe whilst I continue to take over Africa. Right, nice. We're pushing very nicely through all of Africa at this point. Very nicely indeed. Nice. Soviets, can I have military access, please? Since you somehow got North Africa when I've been doing all the pushing, but never mind. Oh my days. Europe is red. The Soviets are destroying everybody in their path. Let's hope we don't end up at war with them then, eh? Casablanca's got some amount of British troops in it. Jeez. Well, sorry, Liberia. You're the only part of Africa that's not under my control now, really. So, yeah, we're just going to take a wee pit stop and just completely destroy you. And there goes Liberia. Very quick and very easy. Oh my days, finally. The war against the Continental Entente is no more. Well, I'm not going to lie, it's a bit of an interesting Africa we have at this moment in time because I still control those green parts. I'll say goodbye to the Portuguese. Yeah, there they go. Oh, it's nice to see that the British were home in Ireland to defend it from our invasion. I'll be honest with you, don't know where the British fleet's gone, but I'll take the opportunity to at least launch one of my naval invasions. Okay, we've successfully landed in Bristol. Also landed at Glasgow already as well. I don't think we need all those divisions up there either, so we'll send some more down south. Oh, Dover's fallen. And the British Empire is no more. Well, I have to say the Stahl Pact's looking pretty damn good. We have a defragmented India. I've just decided to puppet all of that. Obviously, we've got Australia and New Zealand as well. All of Africa is ours. We're also in the Middle East. I got the UK and Ireland and Canada. And then some of Central America as well. The Soviets obviously rule supreme on the main continent. Here we go, independence at last. We have dealt with the British and we've dealt with all the other colonial powers. Africa is now free to do as it wishes, really. So yeah, some political power and stability. And with that, I think I'm going to leave that episode there, or video rather, there. So thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall be back very soon for another video. Till then, do take care. Cheer bye, the now.